Welcome to Trade Talk, the podcast where construction pros connect, share, and grow. Brought to you by Contractors Connect, this show dives into real-world issues facing today's builders on and off the job site.
Whether you're swinging a hammer, running a crew, or scaling a business, we've got the insights, stories, and expert tips to help you level up in the building industry.
I'm Sarah White.
And I'm Erin Bacher. And together, we'll be talking shop with industry leaders, tradespeople, and innovators who are shaping the future of construction.
Let's get to work. This is Trade Talk. Welcome back to Trade Talk, the podcast where we connect the people, stories, and businesses shaping the building industry. I'm your host, Sarah.
And I'm Lindsay. And today we are joined by Angela Rissi of Phoenix Surfaces. She is known for helping homeowners and builders in our area create beautiful spaces through natural stone.
And Angela's story is one of resilience and reinvention. She moved here from Brazil 36 years ago. I think last week was the anniversary, with little more than a suitcase and a dream. And so she has a lot of great advice on building a business, building a life, and a family.
Yep. And one of her favorite sayings that we love to hear her say is, when life throws you stones, we make countertops.
Yep. And that perfectly captures her story. So I'm excited to talk to her and learn more. Let's jump in. If you're in the construction industry and your marketing feels more like a punch list than a plan, it might be time to call in the pros. At Bespoke Consulting, we help contractors and construction businesses get noticed with branding that builds trust, websites that convert, and marketing strategies that actually move the needle. Want to grow your business without wasting time or money? Start with Bespoke. Learn more at bespokeconsulting.com. All right, Angela, welcome. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to talk to you. So you recently, I saw you posted that you had just celebrated 36 years since coming to America. What inspired you to move here?
Oh, back then, young, but I don't like to say young and stupid because I think that was one of the best choice that I ever made. So back then, like in the beginning of the 90s, a lot of people from my hometown came to America, the dream to learn English, and that's what I came for. Cannot talk like that great English, but anyways, so here I am. Back then I came to Boston, Massachusetts, 1990, and with the dream to stay like probably 3 to 4 years. But then I got pregnant, and I said, you know what, I want to raise my kids over here.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons that I came for better opportunities, and that's what I've been doing it.
Nice. What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced in the early days of coming here?
Oh, God. That was a lot, probably. But the biggest one, first of all, don't speak the language.
Right.
Missing my family because I have I have a large family. When I say a big family, is a big family. And, but when I had my kid, everything changes, So doesn't matter what I was. I had a life over here. And I think that's my biggest challenge, I would say, was not speaking the language back then, all the kind of work that I had to do, and getting pregnant in a country that I didn't even know if I was going to be my home.
Yeah.
But after that, everything came out like, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to stay and raise my kids over here.
So you started in Boston, and how did you end up down here?
Again, I used to come here for vacation like everybody. I think everybody that comes to this area fell in love, and that happened. I think I came, for the first time I came to Destin was, I'll say, 28 years ago.
Okay.
29 probably, and every other year we came, and 20 years ago we decided we want to moved because I don't know. I'm from Brazil. How could I stay so long in Massachusetts?
Really
surprising.
Don't get me wrong. I love it.
Yeah.
But the winter is too long.
Right.
Too cold. And when we start to come here, we just love it, this area.
Did you have friends or family in Boston, or how did you, why did you pick to go there first?
I had friends, kind of my very good friends, my ex-best friend was there, and he said, I don't come to Boston. And the reason that I came here, too, is because my very best friend, Angela Her name is Angela as well. She's the reason that I came here. So when she see this podcast, she said, "Oh my God, yeah." So she's responsible for that. So we came to visit a few times, and one day I said, "You know what? It's time for to move for like a better, weather and stuff to live and raise the kids." And I love it. I used to live in Niceville, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I lived in Niceville 2 years ago.
Were there times in the early years that you questioned if you had made the right choice coming here, or were you pretty happy straight on?
I don't think I ever had a doubt that was going to be my home. Like I say, I regret to come. No, that never crossed my mind.
Awesome.
So, you also talked about in your post that you did the other day, celebrating your anniversary, that you've had to reinvent yourselves many times. So tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. So when I came, actually, I grew up in Brazil in the hair salon. I did hair. So when I came here, I did cosmetology. I took the class for almost 2 years, because I was going to go back to Brazil. But back then, I had to clean houses at everybody because I didn't speak the language,
right.
And took a little while to get all the papers, everything. So then I had to invent myself, doing something that we did for like our house, not for everybody else. So I had the business, cleaning business for a while. I had few people work with me. And then when I had my youngest son, I stopped working. And so I started to be a volunteer in the Catholic community in Worcester. So that was something that I always been Catholic, but I never worked direct with the diocese and the people. And be a mother. Being a mother was I think was one of my big challenges, raising kids. And then to come here and start to do something that I never did. Yeah. Because it's been 20 years I've been in this business. But I think the biggest inventing myself was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Okay. So I'm going to say this without not be emotional. So I was married for 35, dating and married 35 years and grew up with somebody that, was a great man. And we came here to Destin area and opened the business, the countertop business together. That was my idea and was the face of the business. He's a very hard worker as well. And then got to the point life happens. And we separated. And I stayed in the business for 3 years because that's all I knew and that's all I loved. And 5.5 years ago, I said, you know what? I can't do this by myself. When I say by myself, I'm not saying by myself per se, because I have
you have a great team.
I have a great team. Yeah. So, of course, we cannot do anything by myself. I don't believe that. And I think that one day, my biggest challenge was facing the fear. I have to say that, to be by my own, and almost starting for scratch.
Yeah.
Wasn't for scratch because I already knew a lot of people. I had a lot of partnership with some builders and stuff, and had a good team. But yes, I was gonna be doing that by myself. The responsibility was all mine.
And so that reminds me of one of your favorite phrases: when life
throws us a stone. We make countertop. And that's not only a slogan. It's the way I live my life. Yeah. Not in the business, but my life itself. So, and I learned that from my mother because, oh my God, she was the strongest person that I ever had the pleasure to be in my life. And of course, the fears and the challenge, you have to make a decision, a choice. How am I going to deal with that? So I'm going to just let this put me down, or I'm going to learn for that. And that's the phrase means to me. So I had to learn for things that was trying to put me down. Yeah. And just rising from the ashes, actually.
Yes.
That's what I
And
like
that's
to
how
say.
you came up with the name Phoenix.
Yes, that's why I came the name Phoenix.
And you've been very successful and doing great. So it's a good thing you made that leap.
Yes, I'm glad that I made that leap, the leap of faith, and it's not easy, every day is a new challenge, but at the end of the day, even with all those pains and aches for like all the things that not like perfect that I wish and the dream to be, I'm glad to be here and doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you also talk a lot about your sons being your two biggest accomplishments. Tell us.
Oh yes, I have to talk about them. Of
Tell
course.
us a little bit about them.
Oh my God, I have like amazing kids. I know all us, like a mother, we know that they are kids, but my kids, they are very good. We have very strong relationship. As I told you, they grew up here in Niceville, and Vinny actually was more when we came to this area. He was 11, 12 years old. And so he did middle school, high school, and he always was like he always had this thing about filming and TV.
Yeah.
So he went to Orlando to UCF. He did communication. And Felipe, my youngest, he's like everything about music.
Yeah.
Everything about music. Like since he was a baby. And I like to say he started singing when he was 6 months old.
Yeah.
And so they are like my biggest accomplishment, like for the human beings that they became.
Yeah.
Like they are very generous. They are very like I never had any like big issue with those boys. Never like lost a night. Like unless, of course, when they were like kids, like babies.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
To change diapers and that. But like when I grown up men, they are like my biggest accomplishment, and I'm very proud of them.
Yeah.
That's great.
And we've met them, and they seem
Sorry, I
like
was going to let her turn her phone off. I'm sorry.
we have met them, and they seem like great guys. So you're lucky.
Yes, I am blessed, and thank God. They're
Yeah.
very good kids.
How did becoming a mother kind of change your goals and priorities?
I mean, can you say that again?
When you became a mom, how did it kind of influence your goals, and how did it, kind of change your perspective and get you started on what you're doing now?
I mean, what I'm doing now, like I said, I've been doing this for 20 years. And when you open the business, one thing that I said, my first job is being a mother.
Yeah.
So I try to be home as soon as they got from school. Not every day that happened, but yes, cook for them and be there for them, and doing like a volunteers, being like and chaperoning the school, stuff like that. So I'm not the perfect mother. I'm so far to be one, but I try to be there for them every time they need for me. So
Yeah.
Quick break to tell you about Blueprint, the luxury annual guide to remodeling, construction, and design for the Emerald Coast. Blueprint helps your business get in front of homeowners who are actively planning high-end projects. Through a beautifully curated print publication plus digital and social exposure. If you want your brand seen by homeowners before they choose a builder, designer, or trade partner, now's the time. Ad space is limited and the deadline to reserve is May 1st. Learn more at contractors-connect.com/blueprint.
What advice would you give to other women who are trying to build a business while being a mom?
yeah, one thing I was thinking about that, and I said, you know what? Don't ever let fear to stop for doing anything. And be a mother. Oh, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get when I'm ready. We're never gonna be ready.
Right.
That's the thing. We're never gonna be ready.
Yeah.
I have this business by myself for 4.5 years. Do you think I'm ready? No. So don't be afraid to start it, and you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
Because we learn every day. So you can do both. We can wear like a lot of hats, like being a mother, be a friend, and like on a business.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell them.
Yeah, that's great advice because you're never going to feel prepared enough to do anything.
Never to do anything. I always tell that, tell myself and my friends said, you know what? It's like when they say, oh, when I'm ready, I'm going to have a kid.
Yeah.
When I'm going to have a kid? Like when you die? Because I'm never going to be ready.
Yeah.
Never ready.
I'm going to do it ready when I do this. No, we have to
Right.
And sometimes, Sarah, I tell my friends, I don't know if I'm like crazy or if I'm like irresponsible or I have a big faith in God.
Yeah.
And I like to say that my faith in God might not be that big, but that's what I say. He gets my back.
Yeah.
At least he gets my back. So
Yeah.
let's keep it going.
Yeah, well, I mean, you moved here, didn't speak the language, started 2 businesses, so I would say you have a lot of faith.
Yes, I do.
So let's talk a little bit more about Phoenix.
Yes.
Tell us about the company, what you guys do.
We do all kind of countertops, anything to do with slabs. And we fabricated countertops and install. And like I said, anything to do with slab, marble, natural stone, quartz, the man-made one. And now the trend again, like porcelain. So anything is a custom made. We come, we measure. If they need to measure, we give a free estimate to come and measure any place. And then after you say yes, you go template. And we help you when you come to our shop. We have to bring you to the suppliers because I don't stock that many slabs. So I bring to my suppliers. Have a couple of almost over here, and we try to educate you what's the best for your kitchen. Not like pushing you to do that, because at the end of the day, that's your place, that's your kitchen.
Right.
And one thing, like I don't know if you ever noticed, but you spend most of the time when you're home at the kitchen and the bathroom.
Yeah.
So, and you're going to be seeing that countertops there for a long time. And so when people come to my shop, they said, oh my God, it takes so long, I'm going to have to come back. And I will always say, come back as many times as you need. Because you're the one that's going to be looking to that countertop for I would say 10 years. Countertop's not something cheap. So it's not like you're going to change every year. So making sure that you really like what you choosing to have in your home.
And it seems like a lot of the stone actually comes from Brazil. So is that why you got into it?
Yes, kind of. Like I see, like there's a lot of Brazilian the countertop business, and yes, the natural stone, most of them comes from Brazil to this country. I'll say, I don't know, it's still the same, but at least 5% of the natural stone comes from Brazil. All the quartz sides come from Brazil.
Yeah.
You know.
That's amazing. Did you know people in the business growing up?
Yeah. I know a lot of people in the business.
Yeah.
Actually, one of it's not right now the most popular one, but I see that's coming back, is one called Blue Bahia, which means Bahia is my state. And that's one of the most exotic stones.
Yeah.
It's very blue and beautiful. So, yeah.
Nice. What sets Phoenix Surfaces apart from other countertop suppliers in this area?
I would say we care about any kind of like the small one, like a small vanity to like a huge house. Our custom service, like we be there to the client. I'll come to most of the installation job, like when the boys are installing, when they finish, I want to go there and make sure that my customer happy. So like this kind of trade of business, more like with the relationship that you have with your clientele. You know, so in the house is my name there, so I want to make sure that we are doing what you sold, what you bought from me. I want to make sure that you're having it.
What are some of the trends you're seeing in surface materials right now?
Quartz is still the biggest one. It's been for like the last 8 years, I would say.
And that's the synthetic one.
I would say quartz is natural stone.
Yeah.
So quartz is natural, but doesn't come with these slabs. They come like little pebbles and stuff. So what they do, they grind that, make powder, and mix with the resin and stuff and colors, and they make like. It's like when I just went to another plant last week in Atlanta, and it's amazing when you see how they make this. It's like you make like a cake or a cookie. It's like they make all the dough and put over their side. And it's amazing, but it's based with natural stone.
Okay.
To have like a good slab of quartz has to be at least 9% of natural quartz.
Okay.
So, and of course, all different colors because of the design they do. But so that is the biggest, still the biggest trend. But I see now, the last couple of years, natural stone is coming back strong again, especially quartzite and marble. Porcelain is another one that now have like in big slabs. So we're doing a lot of that too. And it's amazing to have like in the fireplace, summer kitchen, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But and the trend now, and I think we said that in the caves, the view the show is like a full backsplash.
Yes.
Oh my God, girls! Everybody say Right now, 90% of our customers, they do in kitchen, they want a full backsplash.
Yeah.
And I understand. They want to get rid of that grouch.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yes.
flows beautiful.
I like it when they're fluted.
Yes.
That's my
And
favorite.
I love when you can have like a natural slab. They do like, we cut like a book match. So we can all make the veins.
Yes.
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 different.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
What would you recommend? Because this is hard. You know, my husband's a builder, and when we're kind of like guiding clients, they get so excited to go pick all of the selections. But I think countertops, like you said, are super important because, like you said, you're always in your kitchen. You're going to spend your most time there.
Especially if you have a big island. That's
Yes.
a lot of surface that you're going to be looking at.
At what point in the building process do you recommend that we bring our clients in to start, you know, looking at and figuring out what they want? Because I feel like, you know, is it people are if people do a backsplash that's tile, you kind of want it to coordinate.
Oh, yes.
Cabinets,
Yes.
that sort of thing. So at what point do you recommend that we bring a client in?
I like to say that when they already picked the flooring, the cabinets.
Okay.
I think it's the best.
Yeah.
So it's going to be easier.
Yeah.
So
I kind of like to bring them in. That's kind of like one of the last things because I think that you can coordinate it better with everything else.
I like that too. But also I have a customer, like right now I'm doing this huge home. I mean, they haven't started to build it yet, but they have made all the selection.
Yeah.
So some people, they like that. But
Well, I think it probably also depends on if you want the stone to be a feature.
Right.
Like,
yeah. Are you going, are you
like my
making your
neighbor
choices off of the stone?
owns a stone company too, and so his countertops and everything was built around that because
Yeah.
that's what he wanted the feature to be.
And that's depend on, the client, whatever they feel comfortable with, you know, and we're going to be there and help them. And I have a customer, the only thing that I tell them, you still have a time before we cut it. I mean, the day we do the template, you have like probably like 24 hours to say, oh, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
I want another color. Because after that, if you cut, you're not going to be able
Right.
to change anymore. So.
Right.
What are some mistakes that you see people make during the selection process?
I would say sometimes people like one thing and they think the price is a little bit too high. They go for something
That they don't like as
less that
much?
they don't like as much. And then like a few months later said, oh my God, I regret I should have gone to that one. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one quote that I don't know if I'm going to remember how to say it, but I think was Gucci said that the sweetness of the good price, the better price, is going to fade sooner than the longest bit of the bad quality.
Yeah.
So you have to think about that. So
Yeah.
I like that.
and like I said, countertop is going to be there forever.
Right.
And I like to say it's a piece of art, art in your kitchen. And I really believe that because especially natural stones, you literally explode a mountain, cut these big blocks, bring to the shop and slide, like take 24 hours to 72 hours to make cut them slice like a bread loaf. And then, polish and put in the ship and bring to this country. Then I go to your home, I take a template and I make the way you like it. So when you look at countertops from now on, you have a piece of art in your kitchen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So construction products have primarily been a male-dominated industry. What's it like being a woman business owner in the construction industry?
Fun. It's very fun.
Yeah.
You have to make, how I'm going to say that, it's the culture that you still live, So when you see like a woman people ask me, how come in the countertop business? And when I go to like the fairs, the show for countertops, you don't see that many women in still.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's dominated for like a 95% by men.
Yeah.
And so you have to prove yourself twice.
Yes. Yep.
And I like the challenge because they look at me and say, oh, you want a countertop business, so you can tell in the face, do you know what you're doing? I said, yes, so you're going to, yes.
Yeah.
But yes, you have to prove yourself twice.
Have you seen opportunities for women change over the years?
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely, yeah. And like I said, I met this lady last week in Atlanta. And she's in the stone business, her family, actually. Like, she's the 5th or the 6th generation. And I love to say she's kind of like in early 70s, and her sister is a little older than her. And they now the one that is running the business for countertops and all kind of stone. I said, and I see young people too. I see like young girls, like I was saying, the early 30s, like running countertop business. I met one like in the KBs, like a couple of them, and then in Ohio, and I said, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So I really see a lot of opportunity for like, and like in the building because I deal with a lot of builders, and I have a lot of customs that, like they have the license, they building homes, and that's amazing. I see that.
What advice would you give to women, but also immigrants that are wanting to get started in the construction industry?
You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, I have a friend who says that, but yes, like I said, I should learn every day about my challenge, and you know, we learn from our mistakes, but don't ever take a mistake. Oh, because I'm immigrant, I cannot do that. Yes, you can conquer your place in the sun. So just if you have the desire, just go for.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about for the future of Phoenix Surfaces?
I like to say that I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to say, I want to be humble to say that, but I'm building a brand, not another countertop business.
Right.
Because a lot of people, they can do countertops.
Yeah.
But there's a countertops, and, you know, I'm a woman. I'm not a designer, but I know what's going to be best for you. And I see Phoenix, like people say, okay, even though I have that other person they can do, I want to do it Phoenix because I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah. What do you think your legacy is going to be?
As a human being, that I never gave up.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. I think that's a good place to end because I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
Yes, that was something. Yes, that's I never gave up.
Okay, let's do a quick rapid fire round. So we're just going to shoot out some questions and you can give us your first response. So biggest countertop trend you're seeing right now?
Courtside and full backsplash.
One stone that you could never get tired of?
Taj Mahal.
Light countertops or dark countertops?
Depends, but I'll go more for the light.
Yeah.
Not the white per se, but light.
Dream project that you would love to supply surfaces for?
I think I'm doing one right now.
Yeah. What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Oh, God, girl, you can do it. And I hear that from my friends every day because of the challenge.
Yeah. What is one thing that people would be surprised to learn about you?
That I cannot swim.
Oh. That is surprising.
And that's I'm afraid of. The like, people think she's so strong, she can do anything. No, I can't. So I cannot swim. And just a curiosity, that's what I made my kids do swim. They were the swim teams and everything because I didn't want them to be like me. And I try. I try lots of time.
My last question is, what's next for Angela Rissi? Is it going to be learning to swim?
Maybe. That's a challenge that I couldn't face still, but I will. Like the height and stuff I did, but not the swim, but maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like put my life in God's hand and see what he has next to me.
Do you think that you will end up retiring in Brazil?
Do you know, that's the question that a lot of people ask me lately. Maybe part-time, not full-time, because I don't want to leave my kids here and just go. So the last time I went to Brazil, I was the beginning of last month. And for the first time, that came to my mind because I went to like this great family and friends place, and I really liked the place. I can see myself retiring over here. But like I said, not full-time. So I don't know.
Nice.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, tell people how they can learn more about Phoenix Surfaces and where they can find you.
Okay, they can. We in Santa Rosa Beach, Serenoa Road is the new industrial complex they have over there. So You can find us in Facebook, Instagram. Of course, I'll have the website. And just give us a call. And I will be there to help you anytime.
Yeah.
So, or you can talk to Sarah and all the girls at contact.
Yes.
I was going to say, Angela's at our events a lot, so you can find her there.
She's at all events.
If you want to see me, just come to any of the events and see me there. So you're going to see me that Thursday.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Want to grow your network and your business? Join Contractors Connect, the go-to networking group for professionals in the building industry. For just $400 a year, members get 4 complimentary meetup tickets per year, a featured spot in our online directory, visibility at every Contractors Connect event, and more. Whether you're a contractor, vendor, or service pro, there's a place for you here. Join today at contractors-connect.com/memberships, and let's build something great together.
What an incredible story. Angela has a great journey, and that reminds us that success isn't always a straight line. And she even brought a tear to my eye in the end, so it was great having her on.
That was a great story from Angela. I loved hearing about her moving over here and starting her business. So we hope you enjoyed today's episode of Trade Talk.
Yes, and if you haven't already got tickets for Built to Lead, that's our Women's Summit coming up September 10th at Emerald Grand. Visit our website and grab your tickets before they sell out.
Yep. Thanks for listening. We will see you next time.
Thanks for tuning into Trade Talk, powered by Contractors Connect, where construction pros connect, share, and grow.
If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like and subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew.
Until next time,
Stay sharp,
stay safe,
and keep building.